Hi, this is Lee. This video is about the strategy called Mammoth PMC for ES. It's a strategy that I developed to trade ES. ES is the E-mini S&P futures contract. You're looking at this performance of the strategy, and it's calculated from May 31st, but I just did a playback from June 3rd to July 14th. So you can just ignore the May 31st and then June 1st and the 2nd until the 5th. That will be the day that we start counting the results. And we look at the result is the realized P&L is $9,137.50. And and you go to a summary, you will see that because this is actually calculated from May 31st, so it shows $11,762.50. That the commission is zero because we're using playback data. That data is the market data, but it's a playback. So for this account, they didn't apply the commissions to it. But based on the total number of trades, which is 138 trades, you'll basically ballpark the commission that you're gonna have to pay. Let's say multiply by five, you look at like less than $1,000, and for your net would be 10,000. That is the result. And now you're looking at also risking, which is max drawdown risking $2,437 to achieve this amount of net profit in more in a month and a half ish. Okay. Um, Now the overall we have 138 trades and 120 trades were winners and the 18 were losers. um, and you look at the analysis and you can see that net profit, this is a down day, which is right there. The net profit is down 1000, that's the maximum. And but look, this trend that it is going up and it is nicely trending. But you have from June 27th to the 30th, we have four losing days in a row. But then they start going back to normal, and from that point on, we have a big winning days and the big winning days, and days are like that. But you wanted to see this graph, that bottom, this bottom is gradually going up, and then we will see higher highs eventually. So now also here's a chart that it was done after I finished running the playback data from June 3rd to July 14th, and came out with this number. It's this profit. Okay. Now with this chart, it prints out all the trades. Okay, these are winners, 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 all the trades, and the losers as well, and it's automated. Now go to the strategy settings. This is a strategy called the Mammoth PMC for ES, and you will see that the target is set for 10 ticks and the stop loss is 25 ticks. Now, the start trading time for this strategy is at 2 a.m. Central Time, and stop time is 1:30 p.m. Central. Okay. Um, Daily profit we set at $1,200 as a cap. If you reach 1,200, then the strategy will not look for another trade. Daily loss also $1,200. If you have $1,200 in a negative, then the strategy will stop looking for another trade. The strategy will stop. Okay. HP is a built-in filter that is set at 200. This number can be changed based on your bar types and your settings and your desires, your needs, whatever. But be very careful, okay? And we'll update this number based on market conditions, but this is a standard number it's been using for months, okay? And then you look at the settings. Let me just disable this. It'll be easier for you to see. For this strategy, once it's applied, target you can type in. These are changeable, adjustable if you want, based on your needs. You can do some analysis, backtest analysis based on the parameters you want to change, and you can change daily profit from 1,200 to 400 if you want, based on number of contracts. Okay. Now, and also right here, the order field resolution has to be set at high, not the standard. Okay, because we're using unirankel bar that is unique. We need it to set right here as high, not standard. And you have to check this box. Fill limit order is on touch. Value is one tick, and this area means one tick above the high, above the close of the previous bar if you go long, or one tick below the previous bar that if you go short. Um, Bottom right here, order properties, the default quantity I set as a three, means the three contracts per trade. And you can change to one or two or whatever numbers you want. It depends on your risk tolerance. Okay. So once this setup is done and you check this box, and then the back test is going to run, but we did a playback, and this is the number that we had. But I just disabled the strategy, and then I enabled it just a few seconds ago, and the the chart is gonna have to refresh and recalculate the strategy, and they'll come up with a result. Now, the reason I'm showing this video to you is that it is important to understand. Um, right here, it's all loaded. Okay. Like today, this is the trade that the first trade is a loser, and the second trade is a winner, and after that, it didn't find any trade, and the day is done. That's pretty standard for S&P. Um, you see, this is where I apply the strategy. You see that we have all the trades are printed on the chart, and you have a ballpark number of, see, like this day you have like $1,500. That's a maximum profit you can earn. Anything after that, the strategy will not trade at all. Okay, and then also let's look for some. See, this is the losing day. There's only one trade happened, a short trade, but the next bar it had a really long leg, and it got stopped out at the leg, in the middle of the leg. But let's say people say, "Oh, what if I put a stop loss a little bit larger?" Yeah, sure. I mean, you probably get a winner on this one, but the thing is that you also take a large losses. Like for example, this one, it's a long entry. I mean, if you move your stop a little bit larger right here, you'll end up taking more ticks. So the loss for this one will be larger. So it's just a strategy that I developed to trade the trend. And you'll see that, let's go back to the strategy performance, and you see uh, that the you see that number changed. uh, it's because when you run the back test, and some of the data is not real market data, and it's just printed based on the chart's look and the bar settings, so it's off by almost 3 grand, right? But the max drawdown is your risk tolerance. Before was 2,200, so you needed 2,000. You needed like 2,500 bucks in the account in order to um, achieve that $10,000 in profit. Now that's for 3 contracts, and if you go to the settings and you go change to one, which is minimum, right? And you apply, and then you'll see different results because the numbers of contracts changed, and the results will be completely different. And I forgot to change the daily profit and daily loss limit because you traded one contract. Each contract you have 10 ticks in profit. 10 ticks is 12 is $125 in profit. So in order to reach $1,200 in profit, you need to have 10 trades, which it's not likely to happen. Okay, so now you see, um, let's go ahead and see the results. Now we're looking at this number, was a net profit, and your max drawdown is 625. This number will not change because it's pretty much fixed. But then this number will be a little bit different because of back test and then the market replay. Because the speed I have the max, sometimes some orders are not filled and some orders are, but it's around this area. Um, that's one contract. You have to risk this much to earn this much. Okay. Now some people say, oh well, I I like to trade 10 contracts. Some people want to 20. Okay. Now the thing is that S&P is very, the margin is small. You can actually trade many contracts because it's a intraday and the E-mini futures. But you have to understand each tick is $12.50. So let's say we put 10 contracts to trade, and then go ahead and I'll show you the drawdown, how much that your account will be impacted if you trade 10 contracts. So if you have 10,000 in your account or 20,000 in your account, you will be able to handle 10 contracts, but the loss is just um, uh, could be large, but your net profit is also going to be incredible. But it's like 10 contracts, then the daily profit needs to be changed. So if I didn't change the daily profit and you don't get that much, you only have like 15,000, right? And your drawdown is 5,000. Now, if I change right here, because I trade 10 contracts, right? 1,200 is for 3 contracts. So 3 contracts is 400, and each contract is 400. The 10 that you want to look at, you want a daily profit around 3,500, and the loss is also 3,500 because you're doing 10 contracts. Okay, and then you, let's say, go ahead and then apply the strategy and see how it goes. The number will be completely different. It would not be 15,000. It will be more than that. But the max drawdown will be also large. But we'll see. It depends on your account size, how much money you wanted to make a month. It may, I mean, within the 20 trading days. Um, S&P does have a large volume, so for 10 contracts, it's not gonna be that difficult to fill. Okay, so now you look at one loss. The first loss, you would be out by 3 grand. Okay, so let's look at that. Now the performance will be, you'll be looking at making $38,000 from June 1st to July 1st or July 14th, and your max drawdown is 6 grand. That's the risk. All right, that's the risk, the maximum risk you take in order to make 38,000. Um, and the let's say you have 12 losses and 73 trades. Um, you can play with these numbers, and the critical number to, let me just look at the analysis. Yeah, this trend looks fine. It looks very fine. There's a little dip here and a little dip here, and then continue trending. Good, green. And you look at the net profit. You look at one, two, three. So the largest losing day is this one, which is 3,700, right? Now this one is what? Excuse me, 3,100. So now, if you want to do something good, you want to limit your loss at 2,100. Okay, let's see. Let's see if you limit loss at 2,100, and then see what happens. Okay. That means when once you reach 2,100, then the strategy will not trade anymore. You will not look for another trade. So it depends on either you hit first, if your first trade is a loss or first trade is a winner. If your first trade is a winner, then you have a chance to hit your daily profit goal. If your first trade is a loser, then you have a chance to reduce your losses for that day. It depends on the market. Well, sometimes we'll even reach larger loss, but as I mentioned, it really depends on your tolerance of risk. See this one? 3,100 and then already hit your daily limit 2,100. But in this case, let's look at the performance. Okay. Okay. So you have 33,000. All right. And you risk more, 7,500, which is the profit factor is lower. So then the other one was better. So, anyways, this is the video about how you wanted to use this strategy or what goal you wanted to achieve. And the minimum contract will be one. You can do 10 contracts, 12, and it depends on your account size. But the core is this strategy can definitely um, get get you profitable. Okay. If you have any questions, let me know, and you can have this strategy for free for 30 days to try it, to use it, and after that, it will be a lifetime license fee or monthly subscription if you want to. You can also try other strategies on my website as well, but this is the one that for ES. Thank you very much for watching, and you have a good day.